Well, Hassan joins us right now. He's a member of the All Progressives Congress. Interestingly, all three panelists we have with us this morning are all members of the All Progressives Congress. Well, you're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you, Ma. Okay.
Let me quickly ask you, what was your initial impression when you saw the statement of the Northern Elders Forum when it was issued over the weekend?
It wasn't actually a surprise. The Northern Elders Forum have never for once supported Buhari.
They haven't?
Yes. Even when they did in 2015, they were overpowered because they knew Atiku was not going to run, and others maybe that they wanted.
So for you, this is all political?
Yes, it is political. And if you allow it to rule from now to December, they will bring out a candidate.
Should we take a prediction and we should hold that prediction?
Hold it and it will stand the test of time.
Now, you have heard his prediction. He believes all of this is political. You never supported President Buhari.
Unfortunately, the young man doesn't know where we're coming from. First of all, I was the state coordinator for Buhari's campaign for Sokoto. Secondly, I was the chairman from APC headquarters that was sent to go and do registration in Katsina. I registered President Buhari as a member of APC.
We do know that within the APC,
I'm just trying to let you understand that
yes,
the people he's talking to are actual players, not public relation people, but people that have spent a lot of their time, their resources, and commitment to get President Buhari elected.
We do know that within the APC, there are different strands of, if you like, of the APC.
I'm not part of any strand.
We've seen in recent times defections, major defections at that. He's talked about, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who has now left the APC to the PDP. There is discontent within the party. We see it struggling to ensure that it pulls itself together ahead of the 2019 elections. My colleague also asked you about the Chief of Staff of the Senate President. Reading that particular statement, you say that it holds no meaning.
Yes, I explained to you how it happened.
Just a coincidence.
It was a coincidence because I was there.
I want to be very precise about what we're talking about when we talk about some of the political divides. We recall June 9, 2015, when the National Assembly determined its principal, its leadership. We know that was in many ways kind of emblematic of a larger division within the party, within the kind of the factions, if you will. On the one hand, you have people like Atiku, who is now a member of the APC, PDP, Atiku, Senate President Saraki, Speaker of the House Dogara, Governor of Sokoto State, Tambuwal, and other members. On the other hand, you have the Buhari and Tinubu group, which is now divided even amongst itself. Can you talk about this allegation that Alwan has now made, that indeed this is about the 2019 election and about maybe somebody from that previous faction emerging as president?
Coincidentally, before he came in, Mopi asked me that question, whether do people have a candidate? And I said, as far as I know.
He asked you that question.
Yes. Okay, sorry. So he was still asking me. I said, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know any candidate. And I am not a member of another Elders Forum to go and fight for any candidate. I said, we worked hard to see President Buhari elected, and we are only showing our concern so that he can perform better, possibly be re-elected, but not.
And there's nothing wrong about that.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
that's
because even
wrong.
Baba Ahmed campaigned for Buhari as well. The point of the matter is that for
so
Mr.
we need
President,
to say we're here. No, we're too big for us to be.
I will come to you in a moment, but let me quickly take Engineer Suleiman up on this one. I find it very interesting that you seem to be talking about the North incorporating the Middle Belt, if I understand you very clearly.
Absolutely.
You're talking about North Central Nigeria. You're talking about weak and incoherent responses to provocations from other parts of the country. It seems you're very concerned about the unity of the North to the detriment of the unity of the country.
Nope.
When you talk about provocations from other parts of the country around the imperatives of revisiting the foundations and structures of the Nigerian state have created the false image of a North without its own positions beyond survival as a parasite of Nigeria. What precisely do you mean by provocations from other parts of the country?
Thank you very much. What exactly we mean here is that whenever you have any kind of clashes between two tribes in the north, the south always takes a position and push that, what do you call it, the conflict to the point of breakage. It is a non-fact. It's a non-fact in Nigerian politics that the southern politicians have always tried to divide the middle belt with the north.
But isn't it obvious now that there is,
like
I mean, we have heard
yeah.
over and over again people
Yes.
say, and this is the politicians even from the north who say, there is no such thing as one monolithic north.
This is exactly your point.
Are you still...
You are making more point. There is a northern group. There is a northern region. Whether that northern region consists of, say, the same type of people, no. That northern region is no more the same as you have one northern Nigeria. You now have 19 states. In each of those 19 states, there are conflicts. There are even boundary conflicts. So it's no more as unified as it is. And we feel that the southern politicians are pushing the fire.
You're blaming that on southern politicians?
We are taking cognizance. We are taking cognizance of it. Why not blame anybody? We're saying we're taking cognizance. And if in politics you don't take cognizance of all the people, all the actors, all the stakeholders, then you are likely going to make a mistake when you're doing your permutation.
Owen, what do you make of those permutations?
Maupe, you see, the truth be told, and I think I should break the ice today. Buhari has been contesting since 2003. They have been opposing since 2003, and he's been failing. In fact, even if he wins, they colluded with the then government and rig him out. Tinubu with the Southwest solidly came in with that power, and they knew he was coming and he would take over. They joined and we took over. And you tell me if things are going to the Southwest, they shouldn't go? Is politics not about what you play and what you get? And what they are talking about is the Lagos-Ibadan road. Who ferry it more? Is the northerners? Or the railway from Lagos-Ibadan that will come to Kano, Kaduna, Kano, and all? Is it not coming or linking to the northern Nigeria? Is it about the northern Nigeria or a region of the country, or is it about Nigeria? You see, this is where we get it wrong. Our elders, our so-called elders, have divided this country from the beginning. They got a free education, they got a free medical health care, and they forced themselves into power and refused to maintain it for my generation and my children. They should go and rest. 2015 was an election that confirmed democracy in this country. We will use Babu Buhari in 2019 to take them out. This is our country. Even if he's not contesting, which I am sure he is, we have a ticket. We have 4 different tickets to run in 2019, coming from the young people of Nigeria, not northern Nigeria, mind you. I'm speaking the minds of you young people in Nigeria. I'm not speaking for a section in this country, because this is where we divide ourselves. In fact, what are the parameters? What are the criteria of becoming a northern elder? Is it when you are a civil servant and retired, you just fall in place and align with them? Do they go through some process of voting? Because I've seen a lot of them on that Saturday, they are facing corruption trials. People that have stolen our funds, calling themselves leaders. You want me to leave President Muhammad Buhari that is very sincere and never stolen, and there was no record of him stealing money, and now align myself with Bala?
I'm wondering, though, I mean, you have seen the statement. They have asked the question, what really has the North profited from,
Okay, I'll tell you now.
Yes, in the North.
I'll tell you now.
I mean, can you really discountenance their statement
Yes.
in terms of the poverty, that has ravaged
I'll tell you.
while?
The SIP, the Social Investment Program, is feeding more than 7 million children in schools. No government, and I dare you, and I challenge anyone in this country to come up with a government that has fed 1 million children in Nigeria. This government is feeding more than 7 million. It is paying Empower 30,000 naira for over 200,000, and 300 will soon join when the budget is approved. That is making 500,000 graduates. Tell me any government in this country from the onset of Nigeria to date that has done this. What are we talking about? The AKK, Ajaokuta, Kaduna, Kano pipeline. Who is it for? It's for the northern Nigeria. The power project going on in Niger State today, and it's 50% completion. Who is it for? It's for the northern Nigeria.
Let me quickly take a response from Engineer Suleiman. He seems to be alleging that what you're making is a false dichotomy in this project. But I understand that I have to let you respond to it when we come back from this break. Please stay with us.
Please do.